Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna go through a live trade. So I know I've been posting a lot of live trades. I've been trying to get used to using Interactive Brokers because I switched brokers and being able to record on Interactive Brokers. So it's been taking me some time. However, I'm gonna continue to post as many live trades as I can because a lot of you have requested these. So the trades that I'm gonna go through in this video are with Tesla. So I traded Tesla on... What day did I trade Tesla on? So I traded Tesla on Wednesday. I traded Tesla twice. So I'll go through both of those trades with you. And I made about $1,000 on those two trades. It was about a total of 5 minutes trading, actively trading for about 5 minutes. And I made about $1,000 scalping. So I'll go through, kind of break down the trade, break down my levels, and kind of my thought process behind the trade for you guys. And that being said, as always, don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get started.
All right, guys, so welcome back. Let's go ahead and get started. So I do just want to let you know that you guys won't see me in the video just because I tried to record this video once and I lost all of the audio to it. So I'm just now re-recording it, so you guys will just hear my voice and you won't see my face, which it's okay. I'm sure some of you are very happy about that. Anyways, so let's just go ahead and get started. So the trade that I took was on the 18th. It was Wednesday the 18th, and I traded Tesla. I had 2 trades on Tesla. So let's go ahead and go through those trades here. So I'm going to have the NASDAQ here because I do watch the NASDAQ when I'm trading, and Tesla. Tesla was on my watch. It didn't have any news behind it. However, I did like that it moved up in the pre-market. The day before it had dropped, it sold off, and then it kind of picked up some of that ground in the pre-market and after hours into the next day. It had a pre-market level at 673 and a previous level at 673, which you see me have charted here. I also have a level at 675, 678, 680, and then 685. I missed a level around here around 682, which I don't know why I still haven't charted that. So let's go ahead and chart that here. Whoops. It was I'm sorry, 683, I apologize. This was a previous level on it as well, but I don't remember why I never had it charted, or maybe I just removed it. My Tesla chart is a little bit crowded a little bit, so I had missed this 683 level, and if I had it, it would have actually been another price target when you're trading. So that's why it's so important to make sure you have all of the proper levels set, and making sure that you chart the stock from the highest time frame all the way down to ensure you have all of your levels charted. You can see here Tesla made a nice big move right at open at 9:30. I don't like to trade too close to open. However, whenever I see a stock pull back like this after it makes a sharp move up and hold that pre-market level, that is a good sign for me. That shows me when a stock is able to, if it does make a move up like this right at open and able to hold that pre-market low, it could potentially continue its uptrend. Now in the morning, you can see that NASDAQ didn't have much of direction throughout most of the day until towards the end of the day where it sold off. However, it did slightly make a small move up above this 14,990 level here. So that's what I used to assess how Tesla would also move. So even the smallest moves from NASDAQ, if the stock has momentum behind it, has volume behind it, it could help it make that move up as well, which in this specific example, it did help Tesla make its move up on that day. So let's go ahead and take a look. So my initial entry for Tesla was 675 because it held that 673 low, and that profit target on the initial entry would be 678. So like I said, I love when a stock is able to hold the pre-market low. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Okay, so I was watching Moderna right before Tesla because I was in a swing from the previous day on Moderna. So you're going to see me switch the chart very quickly and then enter right when Tesla, because when I switch my chart, Tesla breaks 675 and I enter very quickly. So pay attention to that. Okay, there I go. Switch my chart over. Okay, Tesla's breaking 675. You can see the chart here. I enter right on the breakout candle. I don't wait for the confirmation candle on this play, only because it is a play very close to open. So I'm anticipating this to be a very quick scalp at open, just in case the stock reverses. So whenever, the only reason I took this this scalp so close to open is because of this pullback and hold of the pre-market low. This pullback on low volume was my trigger as to why I entered at 675 and I didn't wait for the later levels and I got in very close to open, is because it did make a nice little pullback and it held that pre-market low on low volume. So it shows to me it was a pullback and the stock could potentially continue the momentum up. On top of that, it was holding its EMAs and VWAP to the upside. So I entered at the 935 candle here, right when it broke out of 675, and you're going to see the stock pull back slightly and then continue to my first profit target of 678. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. All right, so you can see my entries 935. There's two entries here because I use hotkeys and sometimes I press too quickly if I'm in a rush and I end up getting filled too many times. So I got filled for 10 contracts here. I only wanted 5, but that has happened to me often on Interactive Brokers, just because I'm using hotkeys and I'm still getting kind of used to the platform itself. And I have the chart linked to the premium chart, so you can see the 675 call here. It should come up in just a second. There you go. The premium chart is good to watch because not only can you see your P&L here, which I don't pay attention to too much. I like to pay attention to where the premium is, and then as the stock continues to make the move up, I like to get out on that premium spike. So you'll see that happen in just a second. And I picked the 675 call here because the 675 call had decent open interest and volume. On this play, I should have actually picked the 670 call or 680 call. I just decided to pick 75 because it was breaking the 675 level. However, on the next play that I take, I do pick the 680, which is the better, in my opinion, strike to pick just because of the open interest on it. So remember what I said, my initial profit target on this was 678. It was going to be a quick scalp. So as I watch Interactive Brokers, the premium chart, I'm also watching on Thinkorswim the stocks chart. So I'm not just watching this premium chart. I'm obviously watching how the stock is moving. This is the 936 candle, nice volume behind it. Stock, the bids on level 2 were holding 675, which is what you want to see whenever the stock is breaking to the upside. You want to see the bids increasing and holding those levels or whatever level of resistance that you have. For my case, it was 675 break. So what you want to see is the bids increasing at the same time holding that 675 level. You can see here premium continues to increase. This switches over to a Tesla chart, which is a little bit more helpful. So I'll keep that in mind for future live trades to just keep the chart up itself. But you can see, there you go, premium starts to move, indicating the stock is moving to the upside. Still in this trade here, like I said, waiting for it to hit my profit target of 678. I click on that strike to get ready to close it in case it doesn't move in my favor. However, I'm still pretty solid on this trade. This is the 937 candle here. So if we took a look at the 937 candle here, it's this one right here, doji candle. Doji candle signifies indecision between buyers and sellers. Doji candle is usually when the open and close of the candle is very close to each other or pretty much the same. So this is that 937 candle. I'm still in at this point. It's getting close to that 680 target that I have set on it. I'm sorry, 678 target that I had set on it. Waiting for the next candle to open. We have about 30 seconds on this candle. Okay, so I'm sorry, this is the Tesla chart now, which is a little bit more helpful for you guys to see here. So switched over to the Tesla chart here, and you can see the Tesla chart move up. There we go. Stock is holding above 677. Okay, I want to see it touch 678 and see if the bids start to hold 678. That's usually what I look for around the time the stock reaches the first initial price target. So if I start to see, the stock approaching the price target, so at 938, the stock started to approach that price target, get really close. What I like to see is I do sometimes wait for the next candle to open. Sometimes I get out on the push up depending on how much of a strong bullish move it is. If the premium spikes very quickly, I'll get out on the top of the premium spike. However, if I do see it start to move a little bit slower, I'll wait to see how it holds above the next level. So for example, on this play, I waited to see if the bids were holding that 678 level on the open of the 939 candle. When the 939 candle opened, I realized that there wasn't strong strong buyers sitting at 678, and the stock could potentially reverse, which it did end up reversing. And that's when I actually got out, was at that 939 candle. So you're going to see we got 30 more seconds left here. Stock slightly breaks 678. However, it's not able to hold. The bids were not able to hold above that 678 level here. Okay, we got a couple more seconds to the next candle. All right, and this is that 939 candle. I can see that the bids weren't able to hold that 678 level, and there I go, and I fill out. I made about a $620 profit on this trade once I filled out. So I entered at 935, I exited at 939, 675 call, and I made about an average of like 70 cents, I want to say, a little less than 70 cents on this. And I made about $620 on this scalp, which was about 4 minutes in total. That was my first trade on Tesla. My second trade on Tesla, what I'm looking for is Tesla to hold that 673 pre-market high. If it's not able to hold the pre-market high, stock could potentially reverse to the downside. However, you can see that Tesla did hold the pre-market high at 673 on the 1 minute and on the 5 minute as well. You can see perfect hold on the 5 minute, was not able to hold below 673. Now what I'm watching is for Tesla to break above 678. That is the high of the day for the day. So I'm watching the 678 break for my next entry on Tesla. My first target would be 680, 683, and 685. I actually didn't have this 683 target set because I didn't have it charted. So I had 680 as my initial target and then 685. I obviously wasn't going to hold this scalp until 685. I knew I was missing a level here. I just didn't have it charted, which was that 683 level, and you can see that it started to pull back right there. I get out way before it hit 683, but you'll see in a second. So my entry was above 678. So if I'm entering the stock above 678, my stop loss is going to be a hold below 678. All right. So you're going to see me switch back to Tesla here. I was watching Netflix for a little bit because it's starting to get close to that 680. Again, I switched very closely to when it was breaking. So it's approaching that 680 level here. I'm waiting, anticipating the break of 680 here on Tesla. And here we go. So I'm getting ready. I did fill a little bit early on this. So I entered at 950 right at the open of that candle. So this is the 950 candle here. I'm sorry, I actually entered perfectly. I thought I entered on the 949 candle. But so I did wait for the confirmation on this candle because I wanted to make sure that the stock was able to hold 678 because it didn't. This is the second time that it's trying. Usually on the second or third test of the support or resistance level, I do like to wait for a confirmation, and it was later in the day, and I wanted to, and you can see, and you can also see the NASDAQ here. This was a 950 candle on the NASDAQ. This was the 950 candle that I entered at. So you can see that the NASDAQ also opened above that 14,990 level that I was anticipating, so that I had as resistance. So that's why I entered here. As the stock breaks 678, I waited for that confirmation. This is your breakout candle. This is your confirmation candle. So I entered right at the open of the 950 candle because the stock held. Okay, so sometimes this lags and it doesn't open as fast as I would like it to, the premium chart, but entered at 950. So I'm just going to forward this a little bit. So this is when the chart ends up coming up. So this is Tesla 1 minute time frame. This is at 9:52, so I'm in the trade for about 20 minutes at this, 2 minutes at this point. So remember, my entry was above 678. My initial target was 680. However, the stock and the bids were still increasing, and the bids were holding that 680 level. I didn't see a lot of sellers around that 680, so I was comfortable holding the stock as it continued to make a move up until I started to see solid sellers stepping in, which was right around this level, I believe. Okay. All right, so right here I exited the stock at 9.53. I made about a $430 profit. The contracts went from 11.30 to 12.20, and I'll show you right where I exited. So I exited on this 9.53 candle right here. So you can see that my initial price target, my profit target was hit on it. It broke above 6.80. The bids were still increasing. The volume was still high on it, and there was really no reason for me to get out, just because that my stock hit the price target. Nasdaq was still moving up on the 5-minute. Tesla still looked good on the 5-minute here as well. So there's really no solid reason or significant reason for me to get out. Huge bullish candle here on the 5, nice bullish candle here on the 1-minute, as well as the Nasdaq is pushing on higher volume. So there's no reason for me to get out just because it hit my profit target. I want to see if sellers do step in at 680. Sellers did not step in right away at 680. I didn't see sellers on the ask. So I ended up holding through this next candle and made a lot more profit on this as well. And I exited at 9.53 at the open of this candle when I started to see sellers slightly stepping in, and it had already hit my profit target. So I was comfortable getting out around 682. Hopefully that was helpful, and this just goes to show how important it is that you have the proper levels set, because those levels, your support and resistance levels, are going to act as profit targets for you as well as stop losses. And if you don't have the right support and resistance level set, and you don't have the accurate level set, you are going to struggle as a breakout trader, especially a scalper, or any type of trader, whether it's, trading supply and demand zones. If you don't have the proper support and resistance level set, you are going to struggle, because then you're not going to have an accurate picture of where the stock is heading, an accurate picture of supply and demand zones on the stock, and you're going to end up either taking losses or not being able to optimize your profits, and getting out too early because you thought there was a level there when there really wasn't a level there. So this is a great example of having good profit targets, and a mistake here that I didn't have that 683 set. If I had that 683 set, I would know that it broke my initial 680 profit target, and it was heading to 683, and around that 683 level you could see that there was some selling pressure stepping in. There was a little bit more volume on that 953 candle where I exited.
Alright guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, I will continue to post more live trades, even if they're losses, wins, whatever I can get out for you guys, because I know it's helpful to kind of see the live trade in front of you, as well as more informational videos for you guys about options and trading in general. If you found this video helpful, again, don't forget to hit that like button. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.